What's up guys, Sand Legend here, back again with another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and in today's video we'll be going over some of the free-to-play teams that I've made to hopefully be able to take on the upcoming KIZUNA Clash Roger. So KIZUNA Clash is just around the corner for us. It should be debuting on the 24th. I may have the date wrong, I don't know. I can't remember at this point right now, but I think it's 24th. So around that time the KIZUNA Clash is going to drop, and obviously we're going to have to deal with that, and also it's going to be a super boss too. Weirdly enough though, Super Boss, it only has 2 variations from where I'm looking at it. I find that kind of weird, but not too weird, because I'm pretty sure it's because of the fact that it's centered around 8th Annie. So there's only 2 colors that all the units are, which is Strength and Dex, so it makes sense why they only have 2 variations, but I found it kind of weird there. Anyway, so for this, for the 10-star difficulty though, that's what we'll be talking about in this video. So we have free-to-play teams that are hopefully able to take on these variations. So without any further ado, let's get started. Alright guys, so starting off here, we're going to be looking at the quick variation, which is going to have Strength and Dex get their cooldowns reduced and their super switch reduced. And for stage 2, what's going to happen is that we're going to be dealt with 8 turns of despair, which goes down to 5 after you have max sockets. On stage 3, we're going to be assuming that all these bosses have full immunity to everything like usual. And then for the preemptives, we're going to be dealing with the block slots that are going to be given to the entire crew. We're going to have to deal with 5 turns of paralysis, and then we're going to be special rewound for our crewmates for 1 turn, and then they're going to be given a 1 good special lock. So that's pretty annoying that we got to deal with that. It's even more annoying when you get to the KIZUNA level where this happens. You have to deal with 6 turns paralysis and 2 turns of special rewind. So we have some units on the side here, which is going to be prevalent in all these variations we're going to talk about here. We have some units on the side that should be useful for this KIZUNA Clash. So we have like units like Buggy here, who's really good for both stages. He can get rid of the despair for you on stage 2, and he also can give you a full board of matching slots through block orbs if you're Captain's Free Spirit. So you can get either the orbs on stage 2, or you can get them on stage 3, and he also gets rid of paralysis with 5 turns. The Luffy is also good here because he does give your crew an orb boost, and he does deal with some of the despair for you. And also, I don't think he does go do block orbs, which kind of sucks. I wish he did, but he doesn't. The Dawn Creek Pirates here are good for, I'm pretty sure they get rid of despair, and I think they make block and unmatching orbs not reduce your attack. I don't know. Either way, that's kind of weird that they do that. I wish they just changed slots, but it's whatever. Now, the questionable unit there is going to be the Sabo unit for the treasure map. He's good for getting rid of the paralysis on stage 3. He gets for 5 turns of it, luckily for us. And it also gives us a very weird chain boundary, but a chain boundary nonetheless. You have units like Chopper for stage 3. I'm pretty sure he gets rid of paralysis. The Nami Robin unit is really good because they get rid of all turns of paralysis after the KIZUNA level. And if you don't have a way to get the orb boost for some reason, then you can use them for orb boost too. And they also reduce your specials by 1 turn, so that's pretty good for that fight too. We have units like the Garp, and the other, I can't remember her name now, but she is from movie, I think, and she does reduce her specials by 1 turn. I mean, it's still pretty good for that stage. The Luffy there is pretty good. That Buggy also gets rid of block slots. The Kawamatsu gets rid of block slots and gets you an attack boost. And that KIZUNA Capone Beige also gets rid of block slots too, and gives your crew an attack boost. So let's see the team that I actually made to take on this variation here. So this is the team that I've made to take on this variation here. We're going to be using a Super Tandem Luffy as our frame captain, while using the free-to-play Odin from the event quests as our captain. So the way this team works is that we're going to be using the Buggy on stage 2 to get rid of the despair for us and give us a bunch of matching slots if we don't have any already. And then we're going to be using the Supermass special to give us a chain boost, and if we hit all of our perfects right, then we can get a bigger chain boost in the next turn. Now hopefully that is enough damage for that stage. If not, then we're going to have to change the team around a bit. But for right now, this is what I'm working with right here. On stage 3, what's going to happen is that we're going to be using the combination of Luffy's special and super class special to give us the special reverse, to get rid of the special reverse here, especially after the certain KIZUNA level where we get dealt with 2 turns of it. Both his special and super class special get rid. They both reduce your cooldowns by 1, so we can have all our cooldowns ready when we activate their specials. We're also going to get an ore boost from the Luffy, and with the super class special, we actually get the base attack boost and a buffing of the ore boost, making a 3.5 ore boost, which is really good for this team. The Luffy and Ace unit here, Treasure Map Luffy Ace here, they're going to be giving us an attack boost for all of our crew, and a color affinity boost for free spirit and shooter characters by 1.75. So it's really good that they do 2 of those buffs in one special, so we don't have to stress about having enough units and enough specials, enough power or damage output. Having enough damage output for this stage. Now the Nami Robin, like I said, are going to be good, really good for this variation to be getting rid of the paralysis by 6 turns. And if for some reason your team isn't like built with ore boost in mind, then you can just use their special because they do give a 2x ore boost for that turn. So with this team, this should last quite a bit. I think it does around well over 100 million damage. So this team should last quite a while here. Moving on, we're going to be talking about the Dex Variation. So for Dex Variation, we're going to be having to build a team of Free Spirit and Striker characters, since those are the characters that actually get the cooldown and Super Switch cooldown. So for Stage 2, we're going to be dealing with 5 turns of defense up, which is pretty annoying. Stage 3, we're going to be dealing with recovery slots that are counted as badly matching for us, and 5 turns of attack down and another 5 turns of attack down below a 2.5 chain. And then after a certain KIZUNA level, we got to deal with a whopping 10 turns of attack down, which is just absurd. But I think the reason why they did that is because the waifu trio actually get rid of 8 turns of attack down, so that's probably why they did that. It's still pretty absurd regardless of, but that's probably why they did that. Now, as for units that are pretty useful for this KIZUNA variation, we have the Rebecca here because she actually does reduce the defense of the enemy to 0. So you can use her special on that stage to get, for 1, the defense reduction, and 2, she also gives a chain boost to the crew. And I want to say that she also does a conditional boost, but I can't remember too much if she does that or not. It's either that or damage threshold buff to your team. I can't remember which one it was. But she does give some other buff, but I can't remember what it is right now. The Luffy's also good here. The Arena Luffy's good because he also does reduce the enemy's defense here. And that's also why the Morlay's there too. Also good for getting rid of the defense here. Now, the X-Drake is kind of a weird spot to put him in here. But if you have enough, I want to say Dex units, because we do run the Yamato Ace as a captain here. And if you have just some number of Dex units, then you actually get a full board of slots and I think a chain lock for 3 times, and a color affinity boost just for his special alone. So if you have the right team set up, you can actually get a lot of boosts from X-Drake alone. The buggies here is actually to give us a full board of matching slots for stage 3, to give us a bunch of strength slots if your team is fully strength, and also give us a chain boundary from 1.5 to 30.0, I think it is. But obviously, if you're using Yamato Ace as your captain, you want to use them instead for their chain boundary instead of his. But if you don't have Yamato Ace, obviously this is good for the chain boundary here. It also helps out for the attack down below 2.5 chain too. Luffy's here because he's really good at getting rid of unfavorable slots and giving an ore boost, and also gets rid of attack down for some number of turns. The Usopp here, I actually meant to put this character on the list too, but Usopp, the Power Emerald Usopp, in combination with the Arena Frankie, is just really good for getting rid of attack down for a lot of turns. I think in total they get rid of 7 turns of it. That's just really good. We have the Koala here, who's a special case because she actually can make it to where your team ignores attack down for 3 turns. So if you activate her on stage 2 and carry it on stage 3, you will not get inflicted with that attack down. The Silver Mask is here because he can give a chain boost. So is the Barto and the Shanks. They're both here for chain boost, really. So let's see the team that I've made take on this one. Alright, so this is the team that I've made to take on the Dex Variation. We're going to be using Yamato Ace, like I said, as our friend captain. And we also are going to be using the KIZUNA Rebecca as our captain. So for stage 2, what's going to happen is that we're going to be using Rebecca special to reduce the enemy's defense to 0 and also give us a chain boost. Now, I said hopefully this is enough damage for that stage. And obviously if it's not, we're going to be having to switch some things around when the video comes out. So for stage 3, what's going to happen is that we're going to make sure that we start off the run entirely with Ace up, so that we can switch into Yamato to get the color affinity boost here for stage 3, since the enemy's going to be Dex here. And also, when we switch from Ace to Yamato, we're going to be getting, I'm pretty sure their super switch gets it gives the enemy burn through immunity. So hopefully we actually do get that off. And if we do, their stage 2 special is going to be active, so we can activate their special, and we get both an attack boost and a conditional boost against burned enemies. So that's obviously really good that they can do that. So for the attack down, like I said, we're going to be using the Usopp and the combination of Arena Frankie to get rid of 7 turns of attack down. And then we're going to use the Luffy here to get rid of the other turns of attack down whenever they come up. And also they give us an orb boost too. The Barto is mostly there because he is going to be giving us a chain boost for that 3rd stage. And then the Whitebeard is actually here to give us the color affinity boost for Free Spirit and I think Powerhouse characters. So he's really good in that regard here. And this team should last quite a bit. It's not as strong as that first team as you saw, but it's strong enough to last quite a while. And I don't think I mentioned this already, but we're going to be using the anti-ship for all these teams because the anti-ship gives the highest attack boost of the free-to-play ships that I have anyway. The free-to-play ships that are out right now, they give a 1.55 attack boost, while the other ones really give like a 1.5 or something like that. So that ship's going to be the one we're going to be using for all these teams here. Last but not least, we're going to be talking about the last variation, which is the INT Variation. So this one actually is kind of a weird one because I think earlier I may have said that the Super Boss only has 2 variations, but the KIZUNA Clash has 3. And it was weird because the anti-legends aren't anywhere based around Psy or INT. But Big Mom and Marco are, which is what this Clash variation is actually made for. So for the cooldown reductions, we're going to be having Dex and Psy units. And so for stage 2, we're going to be dealing with 5 turns of special blind, which is probably the most annoying debuff in this KIZUNA Clash, as you'll see in a minute. Stage 3, we're going to be dealing with unfavorable slots, so that's not that bad to get around there. Also, they have to deal with 5 turns of damage threshold and 5 turns of resilience. And both of those numbers go up by 1 after you reach that certain KIZUNA level where they do, which is making them both 6 turns, which kind of sucks for team building, because we have to build around that. So for some of the units that could work for this KIZUNA Clash, we have the Clash Luffy here, who actually does get rid of Special Bind for us and gives us an attack boost on the first turn you activate it, and then after you hit a certain number of perfects, you get an orb boost for the next turn. So we can actually use Luffy on stage 2, hit our perfects, and then get an orb boost on stage 3, so it's pretty good that he does that. The Jinbei also can get rid of the Special Bind for us. They also give a color affinity boost, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to be useful for that stage 2. The next unit being Nami and Sanji, they are really good for this KIZUNA Clash variation. They, for one, do get rid of Special Bind with their special and give the crew an orb boost depending on the units there, because I think the orb boost is for Fighter and Free Spirit. So if your crew is made of Fighter Free Spirit characters, obviously they get the orb boost here. But I didn't notice till I read their actual special, they only fuse for 2 turns. So after we get them on stage 2, they go back to being the separate units on stage 3. You can actually use your switch ability to get rid of the unfavorable slots, and that's just really good that they can do that. The Treasure Map Zoro is also really good for this KIZUNA Clash variation, because he's the only other unit besides the one next to him that gets rid of 6 turns of damage threshold as a free-to-play unit. And he also gives an orb boost if there's an attack boost active already. You can get the other bigger orb boost. So that's pretty good that Zoro can do that. Now the Brook, like I said, he's the other unit that can get rid of 6 turns of threshold for us because he has double special activation and he gets rid of 3 turns already. So that's pretty good that he can do that. The Nami is there because they can get rid of the slots for you, I'm pretty sure. I may have that mixed, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that they get rid of the unfavorable slots for the team. The Garb also does the same exact thing, and also he gives an orb boost. The Luffy and Boa unit, they also get rid of the unmatching slots by making them all matching, and they also give a very good color affinity boost. Now the last 3 units are units that you can use to bypass the resilience here. We have the Hawkins, which does give just a regular turn damage depending on how many enemies are on the field. Obviously you only need 1 enemy to get this off, so he's good for the stage here. The Brook is actually another special case along with the Kid here. Brook needs you to have 5 other slashers or 5 slashers on the crew at all, so you can get the end of turn damage here. Now I think I do have a team planned out to where you can actually get this effect off, because I have this unit on my personal team here. And we also have the Kid, who's going to be given the end of turn damage I'm pretty sure if your captain is a striker and a shooter character. So let's see the team that I've made to take on this variation. So here we have Big Mom as our captain, not our captain, the friend captain, and the super type Luffy as the friend captain. Wow, I'm getting it mixed up. As our captain here. So the way this team works is that we're going to be using Luffy on the very first stage, because his attack boost is going to be for 3 turns. And we obviously don't want his attack boost on the final stage. We want Big Mom's attack boost. So using him on stage 1 is pretty crucial here, because you get the the attack boost on the first stage and the second stage, and then you can use a Katakuri special on stage 2 to give the team a 2.75 chain lock, which then does carry over to the next stage because it lasts for 3 turns. So we got to be really careful on how we use our specials here to get the right boost on whichever stage we need them for. Now we're also going to be using the Nami Sanji on that stage 2 also to get the orb boost and the special bind out the way. We're going to be using the Zoro on stage 3 to get rid of the threshold, and we're going to be using Jinbei on that stage to get the color affinity boost. We're also going to be using Big Mom's. We got to use Big Mom's stuff first though before we activate Zoro's special, because if we activate Zoro's specials first, then we get the big orb boost with a small attack boost, and we don't want that. So we're going to be using Big Mom first to give us the attack boost and the orb boost with her special and super type special. And she also does change all of our slots into symbol slots, so we don't have to worry about the unfavorable slots at all. So then we use her special, then we use Zoro, and then we use Jinbei, and then we can use Luffy's super type ability to get the color affinity boost from the super type, and then that should be able to take care of this stage right here. And that's really it, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I really hope the KIZUNA Clash goes well for you guys. And if you did enjoy the video, please leave a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and I will see you guys in the next video.